Hi all, hope you're safe and well. So in this video we're going to look at the 7th play of 9th Master of Dagger. I'm going to show you what this play looks like from this old redraw that we use, and I feel like I have to explain that every time because these are not the actual images from the manuscripts, these are redraws back in the time when stuff like this was copyrighted. So what we're looking at is this play here, okay, 9th Master, 7th play. I had an interesting discussion about this not so long ago about how this play happens, how it manifests itself, is it realistic? And I can understand why people might think that. I have to be completely honest, this is not a play I ever really try in dagger sparring, ever. But it is a legitimate play and it is there, and I would like to explain a little bit about some of what's going on. So the main thing to bear in mind is in training, we all do it. We do it on the videos more often than not, is we set things up really artificially. So with a play like this, we're 9th Master, so we're basically doing what 4 does above, 9 does below. So we're overlapping our hands, we're catching a thrust. So we're basically doing this, okay? In the training hall, this is how we would set it up. We would do the thrust, do this cover, and then we would basically figure out how to pass that arm underneath and come around the back of our opponent. And when you're doing plays like that, this is why I think people look at a play like this and think, oh, there's no way really that's ever going to work. Fury put it in there just to show off, and that's of course entirely possible. After all, he's trying to sell this to people. But if we give it a bit of context and think about how this actually really unfolds, it may add a bit of meat on the bones. So in reality, what's going to happen is a thrust is going to come. We might have had an exchange already, but I'm going to secure this, and he is not going to stand there, and I'm not just going to stand here. He's going to try and interfere with my arms, he's going to do stuff, we're going to wrestle for it, basically. That is dagger fighting. He wants his weapon back, and he wants to be able to stab me. So we've got to add that kind of context in. Thrust comes in, I've grabbed it low, okay? He's wrestling, or he's, that's when I come under. That's when I come under, and that's when I come around the back of them. I grab it with the second hand, and I'll throw him over, basically. And the next play is exactly that. So it's passing it underneath and it's taking hold of their leg to throw them over. So we're here, we're wrestling, he may have punched me in the head or whatever, yeah, bosh, I'm underneath, and this is the play. Basically, I throw them over. Thank you. So that's the terms we need to be thinking about all of this stuff, is there is a huge, massive difference between just walking through it in training and what actually happens. No way on earth is someone going to stab you low, let you do this, and let you do this round the back. First of all, he's resisting. Even if I catch him before he starts thinking about resisting, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make up all that. Not really. Maybe a push, but is it worth the risk? No. Context. In it comes. We're here. We're wrestling. There it goes underneath. There it goes underneath. And even that was crap. Look, this is why I don't do it. Even that was rubbish, yeah? So you've got to give it a bit of context. You've got to think about how this is going to manifest itself, how it's going to unfold. Some people in our group do this really, really well. If I can find it, there's a really good video of this being done to me at speed during a demonstration where I was basically just did a somersault, basically, but the guy was much bigger than me. So, it's there. It's one to think about anyway, but, when you're looking at this play, just give it a bit of context and see for yourself if it's something you think is worth trying.